Hi everyone, and thanks for joining me today for another episode of Gold Wingnut Live. Each week I answer your questions about things happening in Sumter County and the villages. These weekly broadcasts and the construction update videos I produce are two of the ways I bring information to you about the construction happenings here in the villages. At Gold Wingnut Productions, I also provide a photo video service for new homes under construction. If you're building a new home in the villages and you need someone to watch the construction for you and send you regular updates, then contact me through my website, goldwingnut.com, and arrange for a photo video package for your new home. I've nearly 20 years in the construction industry as a project manager, and in the last 6 years, Gold Wingnut Productions has provided this valuable service to over 300 homeowners. I know the work the various trades are doing, and I know when the work's being done right and when it's not. I'm not just taking pictures like some others do. I'm watching your home build with a trained eye to help ensure everything is done right. So go to goldwingnut.com and arrange your package today. Now let's get started with the show.
The cheese tax, the cheese tax. You're gonna pay the cheese tax every time you're cooking. When the cheese comes out, this puppy comes looking. The rules are the rules and the facts are the facts. And when the cheese drawer opens, you gotta pay the tax. The cheese tax, the cheese tax. Hand it over quick or things might get ugly. I can get really loud, I'm a really barky puppy. I'm not just asking cause I'm looking for snacks. This is real important business and you gotta pay the tax.
St. Nick went down to the stables that night just to make sure everything was all right, and what he saw turned him from red to blue. Rudolph's nose, well, it weren't so bright. Donner had all but lost his sight. Blitzen, Cupid, and Dasher all had the flu. So he asked Dancer, Prancer, Vixen, and Comet what the four of them had to think about it. They just shrugged their shoulders and looked away. But Donner spoke up and said,
I got a plan. You'll get those toys out somehow, man.
And with a glimmer in his eye, he continued on to say,
You got that big old rig parked up and back, and with some help from the elves, we'll get her packed, and it won't be long before you're on your way. Have Mrs. Claus warm a pot of joe, fill a 64-ounce cup to go, and climb on in that 18-wheel sleigh. Go, Santa, go, beep, beep. You gotta hit that open road while the kiddos sleep.
Put the pedal to the metal, get your boots on the shingle. Tell them Brickle 19 and your buddy Chris Kringle.
Use 18-wheel chrome and steel sleigh.
Well, Santa said,
That's a heck of a plan. What better way to cross this land than an 80,000 pounds of iron on wheels? I'll start in Portland, Oregon, skip across to Singapore, then Saigon. By 12, you're making stops in Paris, France. I'll finish East and Western European. There's plenty of children there deserving a little something underneath their tree. And from the Outback to the Serengeti, Istanbul to Mexico City, those boys and girls know they can count on me.
Go, Santa, go, beep, beep. You gotta hit that open road while the kiddos sleep.
Put the pedal to the metal, get your boots on the shingle. Tell them Brickle 19 and your buddy Chris Kringle.
Use 18-wheel chrome and steel sleigh.
Without a stop, with a little help from some friendly cops, there's not a house on the trail that he will miss. From LA back to Baltimore, he's got all the things they want in store for everyone that made it on his list.
Go, Santa, go, beep, beep. You gotta hit that open road while the kiddos sleep.
Put the pedal to the metal, get your boots on the shingle. Tell them Brickle 19 and your buddy Chris Kringle.
Use 18-wheel chrome and steel sleigh. Use 18-wheel chrome and steel sleigh. Ho, ho, ho.
Bro, my mom was furious that I had an accident in the house. She's been training me for weeks. Yeah, nothing tests a human's patience like a surprise puddle. But she couldn't stay mad. I hit her with the sad puppy eyes and boom, reset her whole nervous system. You've mastered it, man. Even I forgive you, and you stole my treat.
Here's a great home that's on the market. It's at 3753 Coin Loop in the village of Hammock at Finney, right next to the Red Fox and Gray Fox golf courses. It's just a short drive to Magnolia Plaza, or if you really need to get there, it's just a short drive up US 301 to get to the Florida Turnpike. This home is a gardenia. It's one of the more popular floor plans here in the villages. It's almost 2,000 square feet, and it sits on a 2.5-acre pond. And the lot is big enough to have a pool if you want. It's got a stretched 2-car garage and golf cart garage with epoxy floors. With beautiful 12 by 24 tile flooring throughout the house and 42-inch cabinets in the kitchen. There's a breakfast nook in the front of the house, and at the back of the house, a beautiful, huge, oversized lanai. It's nearly 28 by 17 feet, and it has a finished epoxy floor also. This house isn't move-in ready. It's move-in ready and enjoy the village lifestyle today. It's got most of the upgrades done to it that most people do. It's got beautiful landscaping. It's got the epoxy finished garage and lanai and front sidewalk, custom closets. It's a split floor plan, so you have your privacy, and if you have guests or family coming to stay a day or two, they're in a separate part of the house. And going out to that lanai, it has stacked sliding glass doors. Now, what's a stacked sliding glass door? That means that the doors go all the way open. So instead of just having 1 or 2 panels go open, all 4 come open, and you have a wide entrance into the lanai, which really helps bring the whole house together. This beautiful home truly is the quintessential Florida retirement home. If you're interested in seeing it, contact Star or Rihanna and ask for your personal showing. Well, good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to Gold Wingnut Live. It's going to be another beautiful day. Beautiful weather out. I have my Christmas sweater on. Let me see if I can give you a better view. Oh, here we go. We'll switch to that camera. My wife bought me this one. I figured, what the heck. You got to do ugly sweaters, right? Got to do an ugly sweater for Christmas, or it just wouldn't be Christmas. Let's go back to the other camera. So, today's sponsor is Shade Masters USA. A great product if you need some sort of shades, whether it's blinds for your lanai, your garage, you name it, they've got it. Great folks over there. They'll be more than happy to help you out. Who else? Oh yeah, we've got surf to turf home inspections. If you're gonna get a home inspection, be sure you get it scheduled early, okay? These home inspectors, they are swamped with all the homes being sold, and people want both the initial inspection that first week and at the 1 year point. So get it scheduled early. Magic Stairs, another great product. I just had mine fixed because Dawn was stupid. There's an area at the top of your Magic Stairs that says, don't put anything here. Well, I put something there. Fortunately, it wasn't anything serious, but it bent a piece of metal. So I was stupid, okay? Of course, we have, excuse me, Kitchen Wise, Closet Wise, and Grout Masters. Great companies. They're run by my friends, Scott and April. They do a phenomenal job. Let's see. Sorry, I just caught something out of the corner of my eye. Very possibly could be the ugliest sweater yet. Well done, Debbie. Yeah. I will tell you, the problem with this sweater is I am roasting. I got the ceiling fan going, and I am just roasting right now. So we may be switching to the lighter one a little bit early today. All right. So, excuse me, not grout masters, the grout medic. Great people. Also, as you can see, we're this, what is it, Christmas Eve. Myself, the other county commissioners, Mushkey, and a couple other folks are going to be delivering ham dinners to all the fire stations in the county for Christmas. It's just a way of giving back to our firefighters and our police officers and our sheriff's office. So lots of food to be given out. If you'd like to help out, we'll gladly take a contribution to help offset the cost. We're looking at 22 ham dinners, and for the folks working Christmas Eve, we're also providing them with a, Publix makes a round sub that you cut up. We're providing the on-shift guys for Christmas Eve one of those. I say guys, my apologies, and the ladies that work there. I don't mean to slight either one. Great group working for both fire departments. All right, so let's get started. If you saw the trailer, I got two topics we're going to talk about. We're going to talk about Walmart and golf cart accessibility, and we're going to talk about the enclave. But let's see what you guys put on the questions to start with. I can go back a little farther, looking at mine. BV Bomb wants to know about hard scale buildups in the on-demand hot water heaters and what kind of maintenance. Get it cleaned annually. There's a handful of guys that are out there doing this cleaning. They come over. I don't remember what they charge, and they come out. They flush it, and you're good to go. Definitely want to get it done annually. Tony wants to know when the next construction update videos. You know what? I've changed, believe it or not. I'm using a different system. Well, not a different system, but whoopsie. We're gonna throw this up here. This is my rough work that's ongoing. And I gotta get the right things here. Here we go. All right. I've got to find it. Too many things here. There it goes. So this is my first rough cut of 163. I gleaned a section out, the sections out that I want, and now I'm starting to work on it. Very challenging on 163 because I'm using a new drone and it's not shooting in 4K. It's shooting in 6K, and my computers are choking on all the extra data. So it's going to be an interesting challenge to finish up the editing. But I'm not going to narrate this. You can watch it in the background as we continue on. I'll stay in the right-hand corner until we have something else we're going to show you. Let's see. So Tony wants to know about the construction at the enclave. All right, let's bring up the enclave, I guess. We'll pause this. We're gonna, and I gotta find the right, there it goes. So this is the work going on in the enclave. And everybody's wondering, what's going on? Well, as you can see, what's going on here, they're doing some groundwork. I did some checking. What this is you can see the drainage ditch that goes, you can see the two pipes that they've put in, and they're covering them. This is giving them access to both sides of the drainage ditch, the swale, if you will, and before they couldn't get onto the backside, so it caused some access issues. The other properties around it, who knows what's happening. There's nothing in the Leesburg City Council documents and meeting minutes about what they're going to do out here in this area. These are private owners, so it's honestly, at the enclave, it's really nothing. We're looking around here. We're going to turn right back, and we're going to look down, and you can see the area along the backside of the swale where the bushes are, or whatever you want to call those. They couldn't get to those, so now they can get to both sides. It was just an access issue and a drainage issue. Otherwise, they'd have to go through the swale, and that could be hazardous depending on the weather. But, so, when I was shooting this, I was talking to a couple of guys. One of them said somebody thought they were building a golf course over here. Well, the Villages doesn't do that, okay? The Villages builds golf courses, rec centers, and other amenities to sell houses. All the houses are sold up here in the enclave. So there's no reason to build any more. As far as the surrounding properties, buying those up and expanding more, that would be it would be a poor idea on their part, based on the way they work. We've seen it where if they're in two or three different areas, it becomes very challenging for the workers, and the enclave especially, because it is so far away from the rest of the work that's happening that the windshield time, the lost time would be phenomenal to try and build some more houses out here. The other problem is there is a sonar testing station at Bug Springs, which is not quite a mile from the enclave entrance. It's for the Navy, and it's an important facility that when they were building the enclave and they were building Dabney, if you went through some of the permitting and construction documents, there was a whole bunch in there about the noise that it was going to generate during construction. They were very concerned about it. So building more closer, just not happening. So it's nothing big. It's, again, just access across the swale, and that's really all it is. You see they put 2 drain pipes in for the water to flow through. So sorry if you thought it was going to be something really great, but again, once they build, they move on. I frequently hear, well, the Villages has forgotten about everybody up north. Yep, you're right. They're going to do whatever it takes to keep their commercial properties running, but they have no obligation to spend and invest money on homes or to support the homes up north. If they want that, it's going to have to go through the AAC. Hence, that's where the rebuild of Paradise is coming, the money for that is coming from. It's where first responders, the money came from that. Okay, all right. So we're going to go back to video 1. We'll transition back to that, and I'll let you continue to look at that. All right. Whew. So we hit the enclave. Let's see. What else do we got here? We got a whole bunch of stuff that scrolled by. I've been yakking and not paying attention. Let's see. BB wants to know about getting ductwork cleaned right away. I don't see any need for it. They do a good job. I haven't paid attention in recent months looking at inside the air conditioners or the air handling units, but in the past they always put foam in there and they replaced the filter right away before you close, to keep the construction debris out of the ductwork. So there's really not a need for it. There's not a whole, maybe there might be a little bit of chalk dust from the drywall, but that's really about it. There's nothing else up there. So I wouldn't worry about it. Get it done once a year or so. Let's see. VS says, says, happy Sunday, everyone. Merry Christmas, Dawn. Thank you. Brian says, test. Okay. From Tammy, Merry Christmas. Very possible. Yeah. VS. Yeah, it is pretty ugly. It is a pretty ugly sweater. I kind of was partial to Santa pooping down the chimney last week, but all right. Let's see. It's okay. Who is this? Todd. Okay, Todd and Cecile. Yeah. Merry Christmas. Great talking to you. Yesterday at Sophie Doodles, Lily and Sully, or Hazel out. Hazel is another golden retriever. She's about 2.5 years old, I believe. And of course, golden retrievers, for whatever reason, they flock to other golden retrievers, and they definitely got along well. John liked the intro today. Yeah, that was an Army musical group that did that musical intro, and they were funny, but they were very good at what they were doing. You know, I mean, having been military for 20 years, you know, it's got to be tough doing a band like that because not everybody's on the same rotation. So, you know, they're going to be losing people from the band as people, you know, transfer, and you know, their rotation comes up to move on to the next duty assignment. Mine, you know, my duty assignments were typically 3 years. A couple of them I ended at 2 years both of them I ended at 2 years to go back. My shore duties, I ended a 3-year shore duty at 2 years to go back out to sea because I guess I was stupid, but I enjoyed going to sea. I really enjoyed life on a submarine. It was good work, good people. That was the really best part of it. Let's see. Heard Fresh Market was coming to Eastport location. Just a rumor. I don't know. Just curious as to where you heard that. I'd like to find a good source to get accurate information. There is a short list from what I understand, but I haven't heard any final decisions. And I'm not saying any more. Okay. James Cozy said, your 360-degree photo of Middleton posted on Facebook was cool. Was that the new drone, with the new drone? So actually, all my drones can, yeah, let me think. Yeah, all the ones I have right now that I use will do it. That was done with the Mavic 4 Pro, which is my newest one. My Mavic 3 Pro does it. My Mini 4 Pro, which is just a little thing. It's only about this big. It's, you know, half a pound. And it does it also. So it's phenomenal technology built into the aircraft. Let's see. Dawn really hooked me up with a trailer. My mom and I drove in our PJs to the Enclave and could find any could find anything. Okay. Let's see. Not sure what you're trying to say, Muskie, but okay. So Dave says, Merry Christmas. We are watching you from the dog park. So I'm assuming Dave is my friend Dave. Duncan is his dog. He's a Doberman Pinscher. Great, friendly dog. Great guy. Great guy. All right. Let's see. M. Florida says, the Secret Promised Land, is that only in Lake County just south of the Turnpike? Can you show it on the map where it is? What is the story behind the name Secret Promise? Sure, I can show you that. Let's see what we come up with. We're going to pause that. All right, I thought I paused it. All right, I got to find the right one. Is it? Yep. We'll put it there. So, Secret Promise. We're going to back out. I'm using, this is Google Earth Pro. I wired it in. So the Secret Promise development, I'm going to, all right, so I just put it up on the left side here. This is yeah, this is about the county line. Let me fix that just a second. View, reset. There we go. So this right here is basically the county line. This triangular area with the turnpike and is that 48? No, yeah, I think, yeah, it's 48. That's the Secret Promise property. Secret Promise was the name that the original developer had in 05 and 06. It sat dormant for a decade, and the villagers finally snatched it up, and they included it in the ongoing area. All right. So they have started filing with the Water Management District some of the Secret Promise work. As you can see, there is a ton of water in this whole Secret Promise area. It is going to be interesting to see what they can do. You know, they're talking about 3,500 homes. Best I can tell you is there's going to be a lot of water view homes. I'm interested to seeing what they're going to do with this. Nothing in detail has come out yet on it, though. But so yeah, this is a Secret Promise property. Basically comes across here, down this whole triangle. The bottom portion of it and this over in here, this was a development called Renaissance Trail. And Renaissance Trail was just another development. And it like so many, it fell apart in 08 just because of that downturn in the housing market. But yeah, it's all in Lake County. No reason to have ducts cleaned if you take care and change filters. Yeah, you're right. I use one of Village's air filters, washable filters. I actually have two, so I can swap them back and forth. I don't like to put a damp one in the in the air handling unit, but you know, it's just something you need to do, change the filter. Anyway, moving on. Wayne and Bob are also there. Thanks, Dave. So Wayne and Bob are a couple of other dog owners. I see them in the mornings when I come by and pick up Sully and Lily, and we run over to the dog park first thing in the morning. And of course, this morning, Lily decided she was hungry, and she stares at me and barks. And it's like that all the way until I leave. All right. McChuckin, PA says, Dawn, does the Central Lake have a liner? If so, do you know what the material is? So it's a plastic, yes, it has a liner. It's huge. If you go back to some of my older videos, you'll see when they were lining it. And it's huge. It's black. It's super, super thick. You know, I'm trying to think, what golf course was it? I was at one of the other golf courses, and some of the liner came uncovered because they cover it with like 6 inches of topsoil. But of course, erosion kicks in anyway. One of the guys we were golfing with, he stepped on it, pooh, slipped, landed on his keister, and it was difficult for him to get up because it's very slippery. So yeah, it's but it's plastic and it's super, super thick. Let's see. Okay. This is an interesting. Victoria says we made it here. Okay, outstanding, Victoria. Welcome back. Megan wants to know, do you think the villages will go back to more reasonable lot premiums in Long Prairie and farmstead areas? They already have lot dimensions for Long Prairie, guessing that might be the new Street of Dreams. So those lot premiums, and what Megan's talking about is some of the lots had a $400,000 to $600,000 premium along the waterfront. Absolutely, those are the largest I've ever seen. I won't say anything more than that. It's not my place to judge what's reasonable and what isn't. It's just not in my budget anytime soon. But anyway, they Long Prairie. We can switch over to that. Let me see if I got it. Here's the browser. All right. We'll take the browser live. And nope, that's Sumter County. Where's the property appraiser? Yep. So these are the lots being referred to in Long Prairie. This is the first set that are plotted. Will it be the Street of Dreams? I don't know. Obviously, that's on the agenda to build a new Street of Dreams quickly as they continue to build farther south. They're going to move to a new Street of Dreams, and it's moved. I can't count the number of times the Street of Dreams has moved, but it's moved numerous times over the years, and they'll continue to move it, and then they sell them off when it's time. But Long Prairie, let's back out just a little bit. So if you can see the red, okay, you can see the area that's cleared, okay. This is Long Prairie, this, doggone Apple's computers. The lower section down here is Long Prairie. This is Marsh Bend Trail. Yes, that's the same Marsh Bend Trail that comes out of DeLuna through, I don't remember the name of it now, but past Magnolia Plaza, right past, it used to be County Road 500, or no, County Road 501. Anyway, yep, it's going to run all the way into Lake County eventually. Let's go back to, let's see if we can't restart this video. Why isn't the video working? Heh, my video stopped. All right, let's go to that camera then. All right, let's see. Trevor says, any idea what the story is behind the undeveloped lot at the Circle and Megason just north of Warm Springs Avenue? There's an interested lot. Okay, so that is scheduled to be commercial property. When are they going to develop it? I don't know. They have a lot of commercial property that is still undeveloped. When you go down, what's the name of it? The Buena Vista extension. That's the road that comes into Richmond from Buena Vista, instead of coming out of Brownwood down Megason. So Buena Vista dead ends at a traffic circle there in Richmond with Megason. And that property on the opposite side, what would that be, the east side of it, is all owned by the villages. It's scheduled to be commercial development. When they develop it, who knows? I mean, they still have property up on 466 that they haven't developed yet. So that area is also for commercial development. Now, a little farther north, they're building a church. I think it's Hope Lutheran Church is going in up there. They will build more as time goes on. I think right now, their main focus is on Eastport and Middleton. They're They're building just as fast as they can, but you know, I mean, there's only so much they can build at one time, and when you look at all of the projects they have in the works under construction, it's pretty phenomenal, really, what all that's happening. So there you go. We're going to get to Walmart right after the break. Let's see. Muskie says to Victoria, welcome to winter in Florida. Did you go to the Scooters DJ party at Brownwood last night? Yeah. So Jim Osborne wants to know, where's your Christmas background video? So I'll be honest with you, I went back and I watched some of it, and I was really unhappy with the way the overlay system was working on that. It really was, I thought, terrible. And there was also some issues with some of the music. It got flagged as not having public domain ownership. So I had to go in and use some of the AI tools in YouTube to mute it out. And it muted my voice a little bit. I was unhappy with the way it worked out, so I just decided to go back to the old background. Anyway. All right. Let's see. I'm going to take this last question, then we're going to take the mid-show break. James wants to know, have you tried Prime and Ember? I have tried it now twice. I went once the first week with Debbie. We had a wonderful meal. And then I was just there, what day was that? Tuesday or Wednesday? Tuesday or Wednesday with a couple other folks. We were meeting with some folks from Tunnel to Towers, trying to get more things happening with that group. The food is excellent. The service is very good. I think they're still trying to get their legs out from underneath them just a little bit, but you know, they're doing a great job. You know, my two favorite dishes are both cheesecake. They have Don't Freak. It's an appetizer, and it's called salmon cheesecake. Now you think salmon cheesecake. I know everybody's thinking New York style cheesecake. But that's for dessert. That's phenomenal too. But the salmon cheesecake it's a cheese with a cracker crust with salmon in it, and they serve it with some bread. Oh my gosh! You know, when I first saw it on the menu, I was like, really? I had my doubts. I truly had my doubts. After the first bite, it was a no-brainer, and Debbie and I both agreed anytime we go back, that's right there on the list of things that we are going to have. All right, I need to get out of this hot sweater. We're going to take the mid-show break. I'll be back in 2 minutes. Thanks for sticking with today's broadcast of Gold Wingnut Live. Pardon me for just a minute while I go grab a fresh cup of coffee and stretch my legs and back. While you're waiting, let me ask you a quick question. Are you building a new home in the Villages and need someone with a trained eye to watch the construction for you and send you regular updates? Then contact me through my website, Wingnut.com, and arrange for a photo-video package of your new home. I've nearly 20 years experience as a construction project manager, and I've been offering this valuable service to residents for over 6 years. I know the work the various trades are doing, and I know when the work is being done right and when it's not. Fortunately, serious issues are rare, but even the most minor issues are better caught during construction than during closing. I'm not just taking pictures of your home like others do. I'm watching your home being built with a trained eye to ensure everything is done right. So go to goldwingnut.com and arrange for your package today. Now let's get back to the broadcast. Here's a great home that's on the market. It's at 3753 Coin Loop in the village of Hammock at Finney, right next to the Red Fox and Gray Fox golf courses. It's just a short drive to Magnolia Plaza, or if you really need to get there, it's just a short drive up US 301 to get to the Florida Turnpike. This home is a gardenia. It's one of the more popular floor plans here in the villages. It's almost 2,000 square feet, and it sits on a 2.5-acre pond. And the lot is big enough to have a pool if you want. It's got a stretched 2-car garage and golf cart garage with epoxy floors, with beautiful 12 by 24 tile flooring throughout the house and 42-inch cabinets in the kitchen. There's a breakfast nook in the front of the house, and at the back of the house, a beautiful, huge, oversized lanai. It's nearly 28 by 17 feet, and it has a finished epoxy floor also. This house isn't move-in ready. It's move-in ready and enjoy the village lifestyle today. It's got most of the upgrades done to it that most people do. It's got beautiful landscaping. It's got the epoxy finished driveway and garage and lanai and front sidewalk, custom closets. It's a split floor plan, so you have your privacy, and if you have guests or family coming to stay a day or two, they're in a separate part of the house. And going out to that lanai, it has stacked sliding glass doors. Now, what's a stacked sliding glass door? That means that the doors go all the way open. So instead of just having 1 or 2 panels go open, all 4 come open, and you have a wide entrance into the lanai, which really helps bring the whole house together. This beautiful home truly is the quintessential Florida retirement home. If you're interested in seeing it, contact Star or Rihanna and ask for your personal showing.
Those who own dogs, you know that every time you come back from wherever you went, the dog is happy and it's jumpy and it wants to lick you in the face. Even if you just went to get mail from the mailbox, they delight in your return. If you want to take them out for a car ride, they are the first in the car. They jump in, they don't care where it's going, but they're going somewhere. They're some of the most joyous creatures that live among us. Dogs don't live as long as we do. Every single day a dog lives is equivalent to a week of your life. If they only get 1 day for every week you're alive, they make every day count. I'm just suggesting that their lives have already factored in their mortality. When I look at a dog, I use that as a reminder of how I should live every day of my life, because I get to live 7 times as long as the dog.
All right, I'm back, and a little more calm shirt. I'll show you guys this one. All right, it says Happy Holidays, and of course, what's it have on it? But a golden retriever. And if you don't know why I have a golden retriever, you don't know much about me. I have 2 golden retrievers, Lily and Sully, and they are my loves. They just are phenomenal dogs. All right, so nothing's come in during the break, so let's talk about golf cart accessibility and Walmart. Now, there have been a tremendous number of comments online. I can't even count the number I've read on Facebook, but on Talking to Villages, there's a couple of threads. There's some folks there that are just have this much, 0 clue on a lot of things. So let's just take a look at an aerial view of the site. What am I looking at? I need to bring up. Yeah, there we go. We'll bring up that one. All right. So the white building here is Wally World, Walmart. Let's see if I can bring it in, zoom it in a little bit more. Okay, so now, who owns the property? The Villages doesn't own it. Walmart owns this property. Okay, you know, once the Villages, Walmart bought this property in January of 2025 for $9.6 million from the Villages. And it's a good location for a Walmart, obviously, but there's no golf cart accessibility. Now, let's pull up some of these comments, because I thought they were worth looking at. All right, let's transition to this. All right, so the first one says, the new Walmart in the Villages should be golf cart accessible. And this was from Wanda. She said, this came out of Villages News, so I have no problem with bringing this up. Have you noticed, though, the Villages News has taken down their comment section? It's been down for over a month now, I think, and much more civil attitude there. Anyway, it says, fire, shoot, aim, building a new Walmart in the Villages, yet it won't be accessible by golf cart. What are they thinking? This is a golf cart community, and access would reduce the number of cars, accidents, and injuries that continue the Villages model. It appears none of that matters. They'll be happy to take your money, but don't seem to be concerned about being part of the community. We can always shop elsewhere. You're right. You know, it would be Walmart's responsibility to make golf cart accessibility. Why? Because the Villages, sorry, I'm just trying to, I wanted to see that screen. I was trying to read it off the little monitor instead of the big monitor. But the Villages doesn't own the property. They're not making any kind of commission. Now, the other Walmart up on 466, that's owned by Walmart also. But that whole area, most of that shopping area, is still owned by the Villages. It was sold with golf cart accessibility. This was not sold with golf cart accessibility. You know, there's a thing called ROI, return on investment. And that's really what this is about. This Walmart has 867 plus 867 parking spaces, plus another 12 parking spaces at the gas station. So, you know, you're talking almost 900 parking spaces, 0 golf cart spaces. When you look at, well, we'll get into the logistics of making a crossing, but let's look at the realities. How many homes are really within golf cart accessibility? I got another, let me see if that's the next one. Oh, no, we'll get back to that guy in a minute. How many homes in that are really within golf cart driving range? You've got Chitty Chatty, you've got the south end of Osceola Hills, you got Bradford. Everything else beyond that starts to get a little far, okay? So, you know, if you're going to Walmart to buy ice cream, it's a long haul by golf cart. I talked to Muskie before the show. She lives over in the Finney area. It's 32 minutes driving from the Finney area to Rohan, which is equivalent to what it would be to get to that Walmart. That's not an easy trip. Most people aren't going to go that far. They're not going to go that long by golf cart. So, you know, it's not feasible. Let's see. Here's an idea for improving the overloaded intersection. Now, this is the intersection and Walmart. How about making Morse Boulevard go over State Road 44? Car bridge only. They could eliminate several of the turn lanes that are proposed. Add an exit on southbound Morse before the bridge to go to State Road 44 West and State Road 44 East, and exit on northbound Morse before the bridge to go to State Route 44, east and west, has this idea been discussed? Rich? No, it hasn't been discussed. Why? Because it's not practical. Let's go back to that that shot right here. So when we look at this, all right, let's just zoom in a little bit on the golf cart bridge. Look at how long this golf cart bridge is. Okay, a car bridge is going to have to be similar in length. So, it go, my tilt is off. Okay, there we go. So, the bridge would have to come all the way to here. That's not realistic. And it's going to have to come, all the way to about here. Again, not a realistic solution. It's also extremely expensive to do. It's just not financially feasible. All right. Let's go back to our fun comments. I say fun because I'm going to have a little bit of fun today. You'll have to excuse me. Let's see. Oh, I love this one. No Walmart access proves that the new areas are getting ripped off. Woo-hoo. Unfortunately, no matter how much we write about this, nothing will be done. Well, you're probably right. You're writing at the wrong places. I'm very sad to say, further up north, there is accessibility to every store. What is wrong with the development that's happening down south? We live in the Finney area, where we can't even go over to the gas station at Warm Springs and US 301 or Dunkin' Donuts. The newer areas are getting ripped off. Golf cart access to Walmart absolutely would relieve traffic. You know what? Again, Kathleen lives in DeSoto. She's got probably a 25-minute golf cart ride. She's not going to go there by golf cart. And really, when you go into Walmart, are you really going to be buying stuff like that? You're not going to be buying a golf cart worth of stuff. I see people all the time at Walmart and the neighborhood market, and they come out with grocery carts and they load them up. You're not going to do that in a golf cart. You're just simply not. As far as the Finney area with Dunkin' Donuts and the new 7-Eleven that's going in there, you knew it was a 45-mile-an-hour road. You're not supposed to cross it with a golf cart. Bottom line, it's always been that way. Why do you think it would change? The area down south is different from the areas up north. So there you go. It's just different. I mean, I got so much information on this. I got a whole sheet of notes. Where's it at? There it is. I got a whole sheet of notes that I took getting ready for this broadcast today, just because this topic is really good and really interesting. Yeah. So, I mean, if you want to be golf cart accessible to every single store, move up north. That's the bottom line. That's not the way it is at the southern end. It's a different part. It's a different layout. They have different constraints that they have to work within. They had to work with State Route 44. Can't put a tunnel under that because of the traffic load. Just shutting it down for 4 months would be a flippin' nightmare for the state to do a cut and cover tunnel underneath the State Road 44. It's just not happening. I mean, that road was built in 2004. That's when they widened it from 2 lanes to 4 lanes. I remember going through in 1980 on State Road 44 when it was 2 lanes and full of chuck holes and potholes, and whoo-hoo, it was not a good time on a motorcycle. All right. What else have we got here? Oh, I love this guy. Whoops. If Peachtree City, Georgia can figure out golf cart access, why can't the villages? I live in Peachtree City. There are 10,000 golf carts in town along with a Walmart. a Home Depot, a Target, and a large number of other stores. If Peachtree City can figure it out, surely the villages can also. John, you're not in Peachtree City. You're in the villages. You're in Florida. Stay up there. Peachtree City is a third the size of the villages, has a third the population. We're much more spread out. When you look at what is golf cart accessible, it's a tremendous amount, okay? And the developer has a right to control what is golf cart accessible. That golf cart accessibility is a feature that they sell to their merchants. It's worth it's worth a significant increase in business. When you look at the downtown areas, they're all golf cart accessible. The number of golf carts there on any given evening is just phenomenal. People go there by golf cart, and it pays well for them. That's why those particular properties have premium rents, but they get premium traffic. So it's definitely, worth it to them. But hey, I hope you're happy, John, up in Peachtree City. I'm sure you're a lot cooler than we are today, because it's farther up north. I'll stick with my beautiful Florida weather. All right. Lack of golf cart. This was a report on December 14th about the county commission meeting, when some folks got up and were complaining about not having golf cart access. Bottom line, yes, golf cart accessibility is something that is very highly praised here in the villages, very highly desired. But not everything can be golf cart accessible. It just doesn't work out that way. So let's take a quick look at the land. We got some stuff coming in. Let's see what the comments are. Truth is, the villages is not in an overwhelming. All right, hang on. Let's see. VS says, the truth is the villages will not, in the overwhelming majority of times, approve golf cart accessibility for non-villages owned property. It is a great positive to drive their owned properties. Absolutely, absolutely. People talk about, why can't I get over to Lowe's or to, what's the name of that grocery? There's a Publix over there. I'm talking on 466A. There's Lowe's, there's Publix, there's Panda Express, Target. Why can't we get over there in a golf cart? Well, because the village just doesn't own that property, and they're not going to develop that. And remember, golf cart accessibility goes both directions. So, there's been a lot of talk about people using the amenities. I don't give it a whole lot of credence, but if you give golf cart accessibility, it's going, to some place like that, you're going to get more people. There's, let's see, my apartment complex, there's 400 homes. There's 12 or 1,300 residential properties in that area. So that's a lot of people that potentially could cause problems. Let's see. Is the prison golf cart accessible? Asking for a friend. Jerry. No, it's not. No, it's not. You got me on that one, Jerry. All right. Is there an opening date for Walmart? Aldi on 47027 in Lake Harris Plaza finally opened up. Okay, so my understanding is they're looking at March. They're looking at staffing and stocking starting in the middle of January for that. So there was a comment made that the length of time it's taken to build this Walmart compared to Costco is just phenomenal. Costco's been open up for what, 6 months now? And amazingly, right before it was opening up, the woe was that, the traffic is going to be horrendous. You've been up there? I have yet to. I've been up there numerous times, mainly because I go to Fresh Market to buy meat. And there is no traffic issue because of Costco. The other thing is golf carts in Costco, a very small number. When you look at Walmart, it's probably going to be also a small number. They got 900 parking spaces. Let's say that 5%, okay, would be, golf carts. 5% of the traffic there would be golf carts. That's 45 golf carts. They're all going to be buying small orders because they don't have a large carrying capacity. So, therefore, there's not a big profit margin driving the cost to put in golf cart accessibility. And so there's no return on the investment. And it's not there. They're not going to get the return. The fact that it's that way up on 466, that's just part of the property that they purchased. This property, it's just not feasible. It's just simply not feasible. All right, let's, I got to get back to, oops, wrong. There we go. Let's look at this property a little bit so if you look, you see right here on the southeast corner, this is all wetlands. This is all wetlands farther south. It is a huge wetlands area. It's owned by CDD 13. Yeah, I think it's 13. You're not going to build anything there. There's no way to get the traffic from here's the golf cart bridge over to even get it to cross somehow. You could do cut and cover and do a tunnel under here, but again, where are you going to get the golf cart path from? Because here you got all this wetlands here, and you got wetlands here and wetlands here. You're not going to get the water management district to relent and allow you to develop that wetlands area. When we look at the only other possible corner, which is this one, remember, look at the bridge, how long it is. That would reach up into the wetlands, and there's no place over here for it to land on this side. This is a big retention pond. There's no accessibility. Could they have built it? Probably. But again, there's not a significant return on investment, so just not going to happen. Sumter County's not going to do it. Sumter County is not in the business of doing golf cart paths. That's why Sumter County has backed away from the area of Morse Boulevard North. The only thing that, well, I don't want to get into it. We're not in the business of doing golf cart paths. Now 301, when they do the widening, it's going to have a multimodal path, but that's the state doing it. That's not the county. That is the state's jurisdiction. All right. Let's see. Let's see. Dawn, did you have a chance to find out about the Villages bought T&D? No, I haven't found anything about that yet. Sorry, James. So if golf cart accessibility is so enticing, why has it taken so long to announce the new business in Magnolia Plaza where the golf cart store used to be? My guess is they're probably negotiating, but if you look at the property records, that's owned by the same company that owns the land that the 7-Eleven is on. That's not owned in the Villages anymore. So I'm not sure what's going on. But anyway, let's see. Sam Propane says, okay, I'll show you how much I pay attention to the time. So it's been open Costco's been open up 3.5 months, and not 6 months. Okay, I don't know, it's all a blur to me. My days are so packed, it's crazy. Let's see. Mark says, we love taking the golf cart to the Walmart neighborhood market on 466 from home. So impressed and thankful for the multimodal paths we have for this Iowa couple. Well, that's good. All right, let's go back. Where are we at on time? Oh my gosh, we are just cooking on time. But let's go back to the PowerPoint. I lost it. Got to remember, I'm working with 2 monitors here, folks. Sorry. Let's see. County officials are a little late in trying to address the terrible traffic pattern. This is from Rick. He lives in Osceola Hills. Here's the scoop, folks. We don't spend money on something that may happen. It's just, you know, this was announced, you know, what, in a year ago, that they were going to build a Walmart there, a little over a year ago. Okay. There was no justification prior to that for doing anything for the because there was no concern about additional traffic. You know, Walmart is doing additional work with the roads, both Morris and 44, with traffic lights going in. So that's going to alleviate a lot of the pressure. Honestly, I think Walmart's going to be just like Costco, and a non-issue as far as traffic goes. I love this one statement. The county has plenty of money, and I'm expressing my disappointment. I am sure many other villages are doing, as I'm sure many other villages. The county has plenty of money? Yeah. You know what, Rick? When we start the budget workshops, come on down. Let's talk about the budget. I'll be more than happy to talk one-on-one with you or in the meetings. The budgets are tight. Sumter County is working hard to keep their property taxes as low as possible. There is not any fluff in our budget, contrary to what you might hear out of Tallahassee. All right. Let's see. Muskie says, I saw that the 301 widening multimodal path is for non-motorized vehicles and people and not golf carts. I hadn't heard that, but you know, we'll see. Sam says, is it possible that Walmart slowed down construction until the lights were all put in to access the store? No, there was no rush to put in the lights because the store wasn't, you know, built. The traffic lights were not driving the progress. I mean, the traffic lights are almost done right now. They've already been connected into the other traffic light systems that runs throughout the county for management. It's, you know, it's a coordinated thing. So yeah, it's not a big deal. Ron says, too much complaining. Relax and enjoy your retirement. Life is short. Gratitude. Ron, best words I've seen all day. Best words I've seen all day. This one's great. This is from Vernon over in the village of Sanibel. He says the developer should pay intersection improvements. Why? Okay. And let me let you know something else that's happened. Years ago, I think it was around the time that 468, which is now Morse Boulevard, was widened from 2 lanes to 4 lanes. That happened in 2015. They started the widening process, and in 2016 they built the second bridge over the turnpike. They made a lump sum payment to the state or county for future intersection issues. I don't know what the dollar amount was, but they have made all the payments that they're going to make concerning this intersection. You know, it's up to the state at this point, the state and the county. It's a joint effort because the state is responsible for 44, the county is responsible for 468 or Morse Boulevard. I love these. This is what's going in. dual eastbound left turn lanes, dual westbound left turn lanes, dual northbound left turn lanes. Coming from the north going south, they're going to extend the right-hand. They want to extend the right-hand lane and extend the left-hand lane, right-hand turn lane and left-hand turn lane, and then bring the eastbound eastbound right turn free flow movement into signalization control with the overlap phase. So what that's talking about is if you're going east on 44, you can make an easy turn going to the right. It's an open lane. They're going to get rid of that. And so, you know, this is what's been proposed. The county commissioners voted unanimously to approve the engineering work and the design work of this. And it is moving forward. That happened 3 weeks ago. And here's the problem. We don't have it in our budget to build this road. We're going to have to try and figure out how to pay for this. So we may get the design done, but if we don't have the funds, the construction is going to wait. It's just the bottom line. There's no magic pot of money. If you want somebody else to pay for it, go look in the mirror, because that's the somebody else that is going to pay for it. There's no way around it. The taxpayers are going to pay for it one way or the other. Yes, Walmart had to pay, I believe they had to pay impact fees. I'm not sure on that, how that transaction was orchestrated. I don't get involved at that level, but we do have impact fees. They went up 25% last year, and they're scheduled to go up 25% this year. But I believe if they did pay them, that's what's paying for those 2 traffic lights that are going in. Let's see. James asked the question, any idea when Eastport will have live music every night? If you read Friday's newspaper, entertainment department is saying they're going to try different things. They're going to, I guess, karaoke and some other stuff for Eastport because it's so different. But they said things are going to grow and change. I think one of the things we're going to see is it's going to go to the same model as the other town squares, just because that's what people really want. They really want music. The other stuff, great to have, but damn it, give us music. We want to rock at night. I like music. What can I say? Oh, that was the last slide I had. All right. Oh boy, let's go back to this one. Wow. So lots of stuff. So bottom line, the road widening and traffic congestion issues are being addressed. As soon as we have the money, it'll be built. It's going to take a while. This is not going to happen this month. It's not going to happen next month. It will probably take a year to actually do the work. It'll take 4 or 5 months for the design and estimate. Then we got to get quotes. We got to figure to do the work. So it'll be put out to bid. It's all competitively bid. And then, of course, we've got to have the money to pay for it. That's the bottom line. Got to have the money to pay for it. Nobody wants to see their taxes go up. When we had the discussion about the traffic circle at Chitty Chatty, that was $4 million, okay? Which meant if we wanted to pay for that, every single home and business in Sumter County, if that had been the choice that we had taken, would have seen a 5% increase in their property tax. Every single home, every single business, to cover that cost. Money's tight. Money is tight. This this widening, these turn lanes and all this, this is probably going to be in that same $3 to $4 million ballpark number. Could be more, because there's a lot of work that's got to go into widening that road. So Mark wants to know, trying to understand Florida road numbers. Why do we have 466, 468 when they are, or 466, 466A when they are far apart? In Iowa, we had even odd numbers on road numbers that were established on their northeast, south, and west placement. They have that also here. Even number roads go east-west generally. Odd number roads go north-south. 466, that's all the way up north. 468 is down here at this at this end. 468 is it was part of 44 and then turns south on Morse Boulevard and continues over through Coleman. That's 468. So there was a big gap between 466, 468. They built 466A. They couldn't call it 466.5. Okay, but so even odd numbers. Given the music for Eastport, if businesses typically pay for the entertainment, does the villages normally wait until they have X percentage of businesses filled? I don't have an answer on that. When Sawgrass Grove opened up, they had the interior pretty much sold out, and everything opened up within a short span. Brownwood, when I moved here 12 years ago, Brownwood was already open. They had some businesses, not as many as they have now. Brownwood continues to grow. But the music was going then. So again, what they've said in the newspaper is that because Eastport combines both entertainment, golf, shopping, the recreation facilities, they're going to try something new. Personally, I think it's going to drop to music in a couple of months, but we'll see what happens. Oh, who is this? This is, Mark says, lots of discounted new homes and many lots unsold. Is the party over? No, the party's not over. The market fluctuates. There's always been a given number of houses. Now, the unsold lots, I will tell you something that I have noticed in the last year. It used to be that only certain lots were put up for sale. Okay, the view lots, the choice lots, the choicest lots, because they commanded a premium. And then the rest were spec homes. Well, they came to the realization that people want to build a custom build, but they don't necessarily want $100,000 or $200,000 or $600,000 lot. So, they opened up so many of, basically now they open up all the lots for sale, and if you watch, all the view lots get sold. If we bring up let's bring up the web browser. All right. Why don't I have my web browser? Could I close that window? Oh. Nope, I didn't close it. I just didn't have it open. Here we go. That's the new Walmart parking lot. Let's go over here and homes, search homes. All right, where are we at? Got to find out where I'm at. Okay. So if you look, okay, all these choice lots, they sold. They sold in a heartbeat, okay? Same thing up here in Edenfield. Now, if you notice, all of a sudden there's nothing in Edenfield, or I'm sorry, this is North LaGrange. there's nothing in North LaGrange as far as lots for sale. Why? Because they get to a certain point, they say enough, and they start building spec homes on them. So you're going to see the same thing happen down here. When they open up another section, eventually they close off those and they move on with spec homes. It used to be that spec homes were started right away. They've changed their strategy, and you know, good for them. They figured out that something is going to work better for them. So if you haven't noticed, I'm changing back and forth now between cameras much more quickly. I bought another keypad. Let me see if I can raise it up. So this is a special keypad, and every one of those buttons, okay, there we go. Every one of the buttons that you see on there is a different camera or scene, you know, the web page, the video preview and all that. And it's making it easier. Instead of trying to use the software interface, I can see what's going on. I can see that right now my right camera is on the prep or on the live view, and my left camera is in the preview window, and I got a little transition button that goes back and forth just like that, just as quick as can be. All right, so there we go. Let's see. So no, the party's not over. It's just a different strategy, and I think it's going to be, everything's just fine. Lisa says, there's a great saxophone player at Eastport on Wednesday at 5:30 p.m. We listened to him Friday night. Cool. Wednesday, that's Christmas Eve. Oh boy, I'm going to be busy Christmas Eve because we're delivering hams to all the fire stations in the county. So definitely a good time. Any more questions? I think we beat to death the whole Walmart thing. It's just economic. It's not economically feasible to have it golf cart accessible. There's not a big enough return on investment, and you know, the other thing is there's really no way to make the access available. Just the land does not support it. So will it be a challenge getting into Walmart? I don't think so. With 2 new traffic lights going in, I think everything's going to be fine. There's not going to be significant additional traffic through the intersection. Maybe coming from the north going south and coming from the east going west to get to it. But I don't think it's going to be that big a deal. Again, we went through the same thing 4 months ago, 3.5 months ago. Thank you for correcting me. With Costco, and the traffic just magically did not materialize. But the parking lot is always full. All right. You know, it's already 1:15. Let's go ahead and call it a day. I will wish everybody a very Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, whatever other holidays you might be observing this time of year. It's a great time of year. We are all blessed to live here in the villages in this country. Thank you all for joining me. Remember that life is short, power is fleeting, physical beauty lasts for a short while. All those who live long enough will also become weak and very vulnerable at some point. So let us be humble, help the sick, help the weak, help the vulnerable. One day we too will exit the stage, and so let us do it with humility, dignity, honor, and the knowledge that through our actions we have left this world a much better place. I'm Don Wiley. Have a great day. Merry Christmas, everybody. We'll see you next week. I'm out of here. Thanks for watching today's broadcast of Gold Wingnut Live. These weekly broadcasts.
Now it's time for Channel 12 weather with our new Chief Meteorologist, Stu Richard.
Let's take a look at the weather this morning. Currently, we're looking at a chilly morning with temperatures hovering around 48 degrees. I know that's considered cold here in the south, so you might want to bundle up if you're heading out of the house this morning. But don't worry, the air is going to warm up over the course of the day, getting to a high around 97 degrees. Wow, okay. Wow, that's a big jump. Whew. That's hot. Okay, 97 degrees, so you might want to wear a sleeveless shirt under that jacket. But again, still bundle up this morning because our current temperatures are sitting around 68 degrees. 68 degrees. Is this right? Because I'm just asking because it just went up like 20 degrees in like 20 seconds. This is right? Our thermometers are working? Okay, 68 degrees. Okay, taking a look at the radar, you can see that it's going to be a beautiful sunny day with relatively clear skies and high visibility. But what better way to view the weather than through your eyes? Take a snapshot and post it using the hashtag StuWeather, and just maybe I'll show it on the air. Here's one from @LoveDogs12 taken by the Stop and Shop showing a beautiful sunny morning. Wow, look at that. That is just pleasant. And here's another one from @PillBaxton, taken from right across the street of the Stop and Shop, showing, oh my God, is that now? Is that right now? That was just sent in? Okay, we might have a severe weather situation on our hands. Let's take another look at the radar. Oh my God, that is huge. That came out of nowhere. Okay, we definitely have a severe weather situation on our hands. If you are watching this, we are currently under a tornado warning. That is a massive storm cell. God, please get to your safe space. An indoor room, a basement. Don't wait, go now. We have a sky cam at the Stop and Shop, right? Okay, let's take a look at the Stop and Shop sky cam. Where's the weather? Where's the tornado? Is this the right sky cam? Stop and Shop. It's not there, I don't see it. All right, well, let's take another look at the radar, and it's gone. Okay. Stand down from tornado warning, everybody. Gosh. I can't explain it. The tornado was there. Now it's not there. It just disappeared, which is fine. Nobody got hurt. Okay, where was I? Community photos. Okay, here's one from @BiscuitGravy taken by the Boot Barn showing a nice, beautiful, snowy landscape. Really? That literally is impossible. There's no way. It was just like 60-something degrees 20 seconds ago and sunny except for that one random tornado, which isn't a thing anymore. The tornado's gone. Nothing to worry about. But there's no way the temperature has dropped all the way down to 24 degrees. Are you kidding me? Well then, I guess you better bundle up because that's going to bring our high temperature all the way down to 107 with a humidity of yikes. Okay. Y'all are pranking me, right? This is a prank, right? First day on the job, let's haze the new guy. That's a good one. Who did it? Who did it? No, this is real. This is real. Well, that's impossible because you know what? I went to school for this. And there is no way. I studied this for years. Whatever. Let's take a look at our 5-day forecast. And you know, I don't even know what this is. What is this? What are these symbols? What is that? A cat? That's a cat. Thursday, there's going to be cat. All right, whatever. You know what? I quit. I'm going to go back to Jersey. You were right, Ma. I should have gone to med school. Exits this way. But what better way to view the weather than through your eyes? I know it's considered cold here in the south. So you might want to borrow it. Taken from across the street of the Stop and Shop. No, taken from the Stop and Shop. Okay. The temperature is now 40-something. What? 20. Exits this way. Oh, no.
How to talk to your liberal family members at Christmas. Admit it, family is that proof that God has a sense of humor. And no matter how much you love these people, you already know before the turkey hits the table that you got an uncle that's going to say something about capitalism being violence. Your cousin is going to announce that they're spiritually vegan. You've got an aunt that's going to explain how Jesus would have voted for a carbon tax. So let me help you.
This is how you communicate with your progressive liberal family members at Christmas without starting World War III in the living room. You ready? First rule. Do not speak in sentences. Speak in vague emotional affirmations. I can't stress this enough. Don't give them facts. They don't hear facts. Facts are aggressive. Facts are triggering. Facts are basically emotional assault. So if someone says borders are imaginary and money is racist, you don't respond with statistics. You respond with, wow, that must really feel heavy. They don't know what to do with that. You've now disarmed them spiritually. Second rule, ask questions that sound deep but mean absolutely nothing. Say things like, what does that belief do for you? Or when did you first feel that way? Don't listen to the answer. You just nod slowly like you're listening to a TED Talk sponsored by Kombucha. They're going to talk for 12 to 15 minutes. You don't have to say a word. That's a gift. Third rule, never use words that sound like confidence. Words like truth, reality, right, wrong, good, bad. Those are considered hate speech in some spiritual zip codes, okay? Replace them with safer language. Instead of saying that's wrong, say, I'm still processing my relationship with that concept. That sentence means nothing, but it sounds like therapy, and they respect that, okay? Fourth rule, if politics comes up, redirect immediately to trauma. If somebody says, anyone who disagrees with me is literally dangerous, you say, I hear that, and I'm curious how your inner child experiences that. This is important because nobody wants to keep arguing once the inner child enters the room. It's like bringing a raccoon to dinner. The conversation is over. Fifth rule, compliment their outrage. I mean, admire it. Progressives run on validation. The same way trucks run on diesel. If they start yelling about injustice, say, I really admire how much you care. That's it. That's the cheat code. Because they don't need solutions. They need validation and applause. Sixth rule, when they ask your opinion, you just lie gently. If they say, so what do you think about all of this? You don't tell the truth. Come on. You say, I think the holidays are about togetherness. That sentence is it's the political equivalent of elevator music. It's white noise that calms everybody down. Seventh rule, if they accuse you of being problematic, just agree with them. Say, yeah, I'm still learning. That is progressive kryptonite. They can't cancel somebody who's claiming to be still in class. They're going to immediately move on to somebody else at the table who forgot to use the right pronouns. Rule 8, always keep a fork in your hand, because if things get heated, you just take a bite of food, because it's a great way to avoid responding. Nobody argues with somebody that's mid-chew. You just nod and point at that, illegal ham like it's sacred. And the final rule, remember this, they're not evil. They just think that social media is real life. So love them and laugh with them if you can. Hug them if they'll let you. And if all else fails, go stand in the kitchen with the people who are actually cooking. Those are your people, all right? Nothing unites Americans faster than avoiding a political argument and sneaking another piece of pie. So Merry Christmas. And I probably shouldn't say that, and neither should you, but go ahead, try it. And let's watch some heads explode. I love y'all. God bless you. You're welcome.